When we're centered in our divine love, the axis of love within the essence of our light architecture, this creates a sense of harmony, both internally and that reflects externally. And when this happens, we start to draw to us an alignment of other higher possibilities and obstacles and limitations that were coming from the limited mind of the duality mind begin to dissolve as barriers to manifesting what it is that we would like to experience. And right now is such a powerful time as these profoundly intense energies are streaming in day after day, and we're feeling this because what it's doing is realigning us to the divine organic matrix, where the manifestation of our truest heart's desires is becoming more effortless. It's becoming more natural, and many of the old programming and the barriers to bringing in what it is that we truly would hope to experience in this lifetime will begin, the veil between those two realities is going to become thinner. And so as we enter this equinox and eclipse portal in March, truly all of these energetic upgrades that have been streaming in are coming to a crescendo, and there will be a leap into a new field of reality that makes things possible. As the merge or the blending of the other dimensional realities starts to become more apparent in our reality, it's really encouraged, and I invite all of us to dream the biggest dream that you can imagine. Now, does that mean it's going to enter into our reality immediately? Well, if we're not prepared to receive that reality, if we haven't done the proper groundwork to build a foundation of stability within us, and we haven't learned to master the mental and emotional fields, which are so directly affecting our physical experience, because really those upper bodies are what transmit down into the physical body that become dis-ease in the physical vehicle. So really we need to begin out in some of our outer bodies, the emotional and the mental especially, because those can tend to be the wobbliest, and they can have a lot of programming clogging them up that then just creates like a fog in our energy field, and that lower resonance of that kind of hazy fog that's not been purified makes it more difficult for those available higher dimensional realities to merge into our reality field. So it's really a preparation and a purification and a stabilization of your own light body architecture that are needed to prepare. And so if you begin to envision your true heart's desires, your service, your mission, your experience, you will be led on a path to prepare you if you have not already prepared the ground. And so if there is any sort of a delay, then you can know that you are already receiving what is asked for. And when we truly tune into that, we realize that everything that happens to us between the asking and the receiving is a preparation, if we can view it that way. So what has been or seemed really impossible or just way beyond what we could fathom would be available to us as a reality, what we felt we could hold or experience, is going to be closer than it ever has been before. And so the gap, if you will, really anything that doesn't manifest directly into our experience is just an experience of a gap of a present self that's iterating itself more from a frequency of cycling pain and confusion and disharmony, and a gap between what you could say is the future self, although past and future are linear concepts, but that self in the other dimensional reality already exists, and we're just closing the gap between the two. So one way that we pull that gap back towards us, we close it and bring it closer to us, is to begin with the vision and really to dive down into our heart's desire, because the divine desire, the deity desire, originates from the heart space coordinated with divine mind. It does not come from the lower self's idea or the lower mind's iterations of what it wants. So aligning with divine will through the heart is the first step. And once we're placed there and we listen rather than speak, and we go into the quiet zone place of listening to what the heart has to share about what that experience, that ultimate destination of experience that we want to bring in, we will find it there. And so what has been impossible becomes very possible. So reach beyond the limitations that you have been entrained into holding in your field, and really dream big, because we're about to cross a massive threshold, and the portals of the eclipses and the equinox coming up in March are going to be pivotal times for all of us to step forward onto our highest heart-aligned, divine-aligned timelines. Blessings and namaste.